Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a prom look. Prom is around the corner, so I still wanted to do a prom look for you guys, just in case you guys do have a prom or have something small. So I still wanted to deliver that for you guys. I know not all of my girls out there are makeup artists or know a lot of techniques about makeup, so I wanted to do this makeup look that still look gorgeous but it still was easy to do for you guys. So let's go ahead and get this started, because I got you. You're gonna look beautiful by the end of the video for your prom. So let's get started. For my eyebrows, I did do them off camera just because my eyebrows do take more than just 2 minutes. But for my eyebrows, I did use NYX micro brown pencil in color black. As you guys can tell, I did my nails probably like 2 weeks ago, so I probably need to get them done maybe by next week, because I can tell already they need a filling on it. Next, we're gonna go ahead and prime our eyelids. We're gonna be using the Instant H Rewind Concealer. I'm just putting this on my eyelids using my Camo Concealer Sponge, and I'm just tapping this down. You always want to make sure you do prime those eyelids, especially for a prom makeup, because you do want your makeup for your eye to last as long as possible. Let me put some Carmex on my lips, because honestly they're super dry. And nobody likes chappy lips. So moving on to our eyeshadow, we're going to be using this palette. This one is from Morphe 350. And as you guys can tell, there is a lot of neutral colors here. This palette from Morphe is one of my favorite palettes, just because you guys know I am more of a neutral eyeshadow girl. So I love this palette. It has a little bit of color too. So it has some oranges, pink tones as well, some burgundies as well, and a lot of browns. So we're gonna be using this to do our makeup today. We're gonna go ahead and start our first eyeshadow with this brown right here. It's a light brown, using a blending brush, and I'm gonna start putting this color right here in that crease and blending that out in small circular motions. I'm focusing this color in my crease. I'm just blending it in and building up the color. By the way, all of my brushes for my eyes, I got them from Docolor, in case you guys are wondering. So I'm going to grab a little bit more and continue blending this in. I love this eyeshadow that we are doing, just because it really does fit with any dress color that you guys are taking to prom. I know there's when it was my prom, there was a lot of girls that the most popular colors for dresses were red and blue, so it definitely does fit any color that you guys are planning to take for your dress on prom. So once I have that built up in my crease, I'm gonna grab a little bit more of the same color, and this time I'm just gonna tap it down in my eyelid. You just want to tap it down all over your eyelid with the same brush. Once you have it all over your eyelid, then we're going to go ahead and go back to the crease and blend it out again, making sure there's just no harsh line there. On my junior year, I remember I did my own makeup, just because I remember I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on my makeup or even on my dress. I had a simple pink dress that I found in downtown in like a boutique, and I was walking. I remember I was walking, I was like, oh, this dress looks really cute. It's simple but yet cute for prom. And I did my makeup that day actually, which was funny. It didn't come out bad, but I wasn't like really knowledge in it like I am now. We're moving on to this brown right here, and this time we're gonna be grabbing a smaller flat blending brush. So we're gonna start packing this color right here on the corner of our eye, just like this. I love this palette because honestly it is so easy to blend. Once you have that, we're gonna go ahead and just start blending it. We're gonna start blending this color right here in our crease with small circular motions, and we're just gonna bring it all the way here. We're not gonna bring it lower, so just keep it in your crease, you guys. I don't know if any of you guys are actually gonna have prom, but I was like, you know what, let me just still do a prom look for any of my girls that are still having proms. Or if you're having, you know, something super small, it's still important for you to look gorgeous that day. Okay, once you have that, we're gonna bring this color and we're gonna flick it upwards really softly and bring it back up. Once you have that, we're gonna go back to the first color that we used, grabbing the first blending brush that we used, and we're just gonna be putting this color once again on that top of our color, just because we don't want any of that harsh line to look. So we're just doing it really softly and gently. And also we're bringing this color down here. We're just flicking it up as well and up again. Next, we're going to be moving into this color right here. And we're putting this color right here on our eyelid. It's kind of like we want to do like a cut crease, but with the eyeshadow. I'm doing it with the eyeshadow just because if I do it with my concealer, is more of a harsher look than it is of a softer look, and I want this color to look more of a soft look. I had to stop for a moment because Sylvester got his what is it, babe? His Xbox? What Xbox is it? Xbox Series X. And he's like super excited, so I had to pause for a moment and I was like, let me just go see his reaction. So next, what you want to do is grab a paper. This was literally my earrings, where my earrings came from Forever 21. I am literally just using this to put it on the side of my eye and do the smoked wing eyeliner. We're going to be using these two browns down here. We're going to be using this dark brown and this lighter brown. You also want to grab a small eyeliner brush. This one is from Docolor. I'm just going to put this on the side of my eye right here. Once you did that line, I take this out. I don't need it, but if you want to continue using it to hold it, then you're more than welcome to. But once I have that, I'm just going to trace the line and then just bring it down. I'm going to grab a setting spray. This one is from Morphe, and spray my brush because I do want the color to be more intense. Grabbing my eyeshadow, and I'm just going to start filling this eyeliner in. Next, I'm going to be grabbing this pointy brush. This one is from Beauty Creations, and grabbing the darker brown. And I'm just going to start by putting it right over that brown eyeliner that we did and just start smoking it out. I'm just going to be tapping in the first color that we used. Next, I'm gonna be grabbing the concealer that we used to prime our eyelid. I'm also grabbing this really small brush. If you grab too much, just tap it down in your hand. And I'm just gonna use this to clean that side of my liner. Really small taps, you guys. And voila, there we have it. I'm just gonna be grabbing a makeup wipe, and I'm gonna make sure there was no fallouts, make sure everything is clean. Moving on to our face, first of all, make sure you guys did moisturize, because that is very important. You guys want to make sure the base of your face is good, moisturized, before you go in with all the products that you are going to put in your face. And have a good eye cream. If you guys don't have both, at least use a good moisturizer, a lotion that you guys have. Go ahead and put that in your face to go ahead and start. Guys, I just remembered I forgot to record when I was actually prepping my skin, so I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys which primers I use. So sorry, I did forgot to record it, but I did use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, also the Revlon Prime Plus Brightness Plus Skin Tone Evening. So I used the Revlon first, then I went with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer only on my T-zone areas. You want to use this only where you have those pores and textures, and this one I used it all over my face. I remember that because I was like, wait, I forgot to record when I was priming. Like, I totally zoomed out. I don't know why I forgot, but anyways, we'll go ahead and move on. I'm moving on to my concealer. This one is my go-to. I always use this one. It's the NYX Dark Circle Concealer. And I just start tapping this color where my dark circles are at. They don't look as bad as they normally do today, which I'm very thankful. But I still want to make sure I put them, especially if you're going to prom. You don't want those dark circles to appear. Let me know what dress you guys are wearing for prom. If you guys are having a prom, comment down below, because I'm so interested. Prom was actually one of my favorite times in high school. I went to both of my proms on junior year and senior year. My dress was actually a purple plump dress. I think that's how you can describe the color. And it had like bedazzles up here, and it was open from the back. And I loved it. Till this day, I still have it. I can't fit it anymore, but I still have it. For our foundation, we're going to be using the Beauty Creation Flawless Stay Foundation. I love this foundation. It's one of my favorites. For this prom makeup look, I wanted more of a matte finish to my foundation, so that's why I picked that foundation. Using my Docolor brush, and I'm just going to be tapping this foundation in. And I'm bringing this here on my neck as well. Especially if you're having that dress that, you know, it's kind of like this where your shoulders see. You want to make sure you bring that color on your neck. Moving on to our concealer, we're going to be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm going to be putting this right here as well, and then some on my nose as well. I need some on my forehead here and here, and just tapping that in. And just tap this area very gently, because you don't want to mess up that eye makeup that you just did. And my forehead as well, just tapping it down. Next, I'm going to grab another concealer. This one is the Instant H Rewind Concealer, and this one is in 120 Light. And I'm literally just grabbing a little bit. I'm going to be putting this right here, just to give it more of a brighter look as well. And here as well. And here. We're moving on to our translucent powder. This one is from Airspun. I'm just tapping this area before I go in with that powder. Making sure everything is very blended in before we go in with the powder and set it in place. Grabbing some of that powder and just tapping it down. We're moving on to our contour. We're going to be using the Clinique Chubby stick. Putting this right here on the side of our cheeks, and also bring it down to your forehead as well. Doing small dots on my chin and on my nose as well. I want to contour that. Now when it comes to tapping in your contour, you always want to make sure you are tapping that upwards, not downwards. You guys always want to tap it upwards. It does take a few minutes to blend in, so just be patient and just tap tap tap. We're going to be using the Butter Bronzer and Sunkissed Bronzer. Just going to be tapping this down. Going up to our temple. Doing the same thing to this side. And our forehead. Making sure we put it here on the side of our jaw. Moving on to our blush, we're going to be using the Milani 02 Floral Fantasy. We're going to be using this one right here. And then some on the forehead. Second blush, we're using the Lizzie McGuire blush in Delicious. I literally just tap it really a small tap, not a lot, because it does have glitter, and I just want that hint of glitter since we're going to prom. Going upwards. Really small taps. Grabbing a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be mixing this together. Bringing it up here. We want all that blush, all those bronzer and contour to just blend in and just be one. We're moving on to our second powder. This one is from Morphe Bake and Set in Banana. And we're going to be using this just to contour the side of our cheeks and our nose as well. Moving on to a highlighter, we are going to be using the Wet n Wild highlighter in Megaglo. Some up here in the lower part of our eyebrow and on our forehead. If you're having a dress that's kind of like this one where you show your shoulder, you want to put a little bit of highlight right here on your shoulders and up here. So I want to go back into the palette that we were using because I do want to smoke that lower lashes. We're going to go in with this brown right here. This was the second brown that we used. We're going to go ahead and use this brown one right here as well for that lower lashes. And I'm just going to go in and just put that color right on top of that other one that we just put in. Moving on to our lashes, I recently went to Ulta and bought a few lashes, and I feel like these ones will be the perfect lashes for this prom look.
5 minutes later.
How gorgeous are these lashes, you guys? Like, I literally just bought them and I was like, wow, why didn't I know about these lashes sooner? Because they are so prom type of eyelashes, because they would definitely see that you have lashes. They are really, really, really beautiful, you guys. Like, I'm definitely repurchasing it again. I went and put on some mascara on the lower lashes as well. So I want to go in with this white NYX Stay On and Slide On eyeliner. And I want to put this on the waterline just to make those eyes bigger. So we're going to go ahead and just remove this powder from our face. Next, moving on to this Kat Von D Shade Plus Light. We are going to be using the lighter part, putting this where I want to brine those areas up. So right here, basically where I put my concealer. On the forehead, on the chin, and some on the nose. Moving on to our lips, we're going to be using the LA Girl Lip Liner in color Cafe. Next, we're going to be using this lipstick from Huda Beauty. Last but not least, we are using our setting spray. This one's from Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the finished look. It's so beautiful. Honestly, I loved this look. If you guys like this video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe down to my YouTube channel for more videos. And that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have fun on prom, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.